Okay, so today we will try to recreate this Netflix logo. So as you can see, uh, on the first 2 seconds, it's already on the zooming part and already on the transition. So we will try to recreate the first second, maybe first 1 to 1.5 second of the logo. Okay, so where we will try to recreate it in PowerPoint. So we will try to uh, recreate that kind of effect on PowerPoint and we'll see if we can. Okay, so right now I've tried to create it, or I've tried to recreate it on this one. So far it went well. So for tutorial purposes, we will try to recreate it again. And for our reference, so I just grabbed one logo from Google. There's a lot of Netflix logo there. So just grabbed one for our reference for the shape of the N. And for the first stroke, second stroke, and for the third stroke. So right now we'll try to recreate it and let's start. So first is we'll create a new slide, delete the unnecessary box. So we'll try to copy this one. If you already downloaded one, so you can just drag one and put it on your slide. So we'll try to copy it. And then we'll try to recreate the strokes, the first, second, and third strokes. And later we will try to emphasize on recreating the shadow. So first is the first stroke for the letter N. Okay, let's remove the outline, format shape, try to adjust the transparency, maybe 75, so that we can see if we've accurately done it with the reference of our Netflix logo. Okay, so it's okay if we could adjust or we could stretch this more. It's fine. We will try to remove it later. And then let's change the shape. Let's change the color fill. Pick the eyedropper. Pick the eyedropper for the color of the first stroke, and then let's copy this one. Okay, let's try to adjust it 75% for the transparency, trying to check if we've made an enough more accurate logo for letter N for the first and its third stroke. Okay, so far so good. We'll try to copy one, Control C, and then we'll try to put these shapes and send it to back. Now we'll try to paste it. Try to rotate it for our second stroke. Okay, and then we'll extend this one. It's okay if it exceeds the shapes. We will try to uh, subtract it later with other shapes. So we'll try to accurately create this letter N. Okay, for now we will try to adjust this one and we'll try to recreate if we can recreate this second stroke. Okay, so far so good. Now we will try to bring back those two strokes forward. Okay, now we will try to subtract everything. We will try to remove those exceeding parts. Okay, so let's just have another shape. That's enough. Okay, so that's enough. Okay, and then we will let's copy and let's click the first stroke, then click the second stroke, and then let's remove this one, subtract it. Okay, looks great. Now let's paste it, and then let's click the second stroke, click our subtracting shape, Then let's paste it again. Let's click the third stroke and then the subtracting shape, and let's subtract it. Now for the bottom part, we will add another shape that's oval. Okay, so we'll try to recreate the oval shape for our Netflix logo. Okay, so far so good. Looks fine with me. So for accuracy, we'll try to make it transparent. Okay, so far so good. And then we will try to subtract this shape to the three strokes. Okay, so let's copy it. Since it's already selected, let's select another. Let's select the first stroke, and then select the seconds. The subtracting shape. Subtract it, and let's paste it. Let's select the second stroke, and then select the subtracting shape again. Subtract it, and then paste it again. Select the third stroke, and then select the subtracting shape, and then subtract it again. Okay, so far we've created a pretty nice letter N for our Netflix logo. Okay, so as you can see, so let's try to bring this forward. So that's the original letter N for our Netflix, and so let's try to bring it back. Okay, this one is our letter N for our animation. So what we're missing for this one is our shadow for the second stroke. Okay, so what we're going to do today to now is we'll try to recreate the shadow of the second stroke. As you can see, if we will try to focus and we'll try to zoom in on this middle part, the thickness or the width of our shadow is getting wider. Okay, as we go through, as the shadow moves to the tip of the third stroke and the seconds of the first stroke, it's getting narrower. Okay, so basically it's not that a straight shadow, it's getting deeper. So we will try to mimic this shadow with another shape. So let's just try to send this original to the back. Send this one. Okay, let's try to send this later. So we'll try to send these two strokes later. Now we will try to add another shape, an oval shape, and we will try to mimic the shadow. So we'll try to bring our second stroke to front. And we will try to put this shape, since it's a shadow. We'll try to put it at our second strokes back. Okay, so it's looking nice. Okay, so we'll adjust it. Result text here. We'll adjust it. Try to recreate shadow. Okay. Now, let's remove the outline and let's try to add shadows in it. So let's just try to see if what it looks like when before we try to put animation in it. Okay, so just find the shadow. As you can see, okay, that's our shadow, and let's just add the blur. maybe around 35, maybe 33. So let's adjust it to the thickness of our second stroke. Important thing is the the width of our oval should not exceed the width of our second stroke. Okay, so far it's going well. And we'll try to put, and we'll try to see our reference. Let's bring it to front. Okay, and let's bring it to back. Okay, so seems like our shadow is too dark. So we'll try to adjust this one, 33. Let's adjust it to 135 degrees. Size to 125. Okay, looks perfect. Let's adjust it to around 25. Seems pretty nice. Let's try to see. Okay, let's adjust more of our shadow. Around 45. Okay, looks pretty nice. Okay, now we will try to um, remove this part. Okay, so and this exceeding part, so we'll try to remove it. Now let's just select this one and this one, subtracting shape, subtract it. Okay, and let's change the fill to red. Oops, let's undo that. Now let's try to subtract it. Okay, then let's paste. Let's try to bring this back. Let's try to select our original shape and then our subtracting shape, and then let's subtract it. Bring to front this original shape, trying to see it if our shape N made the cut. Okay, okay, so far so good. So that's our letter N. Now we can remove our background since we've already done a good part of our uh, letter N. Okay, as you can see, now we can remove our reference. Now we will try to put in the another background. Just try to remove the outline and change the fill to black. Then let's send it to back. Okay, so basically our first part is done. We've created a pretty nice looking N for our logo. Now for the second part, we will try to add animation on our letter N. But first, we will need to secure ourselves a copy of this. So we'll try to select every part of our N logo. So let's copy it. Let's paste it, and then let's recreate a shape, or let's make it a group. Okay. So far we have a nice N. Okay, let's just put it right there. I will try to add animation in this logo. Now, for our first stroke, we'll try to add animation, maybe wipe. On click, let's just, the duration is point 13. For the second stroke, let's just make this a group so that the shadow will be included in our animation. Okay, so select this one, add another one, animation, that's wipe. Maybe we'll, the effect would be from the top. Let's adjust it, duration to 13.13 seconds, and then after previews, and maybe we can just click the second stroke, click the animation painter and copy it on our third stroke and make it from the bottom. Okay, now let's try to see if we've made the first part of our animation. So, okay, looks well. Now, now we will try to do the second part. The second part of the animation is the zooming of the letter N. Okay, so we can't add this tree without deleting. We can't make this tree a group without deleting this. It's automatically deletes the animation. So that's the reason why we created and made a group uh, from the from another copy. Okay, so we will try to remove this one. We will just add an effect and an animation, so make it disappear right after previews, and this one is with previews. Okay, so the effect we've made is disappear. We just have to make it disappear, and this one we will have to make it appear. So let's just add an animation. We just add appear with previews, and we will add the animation grow or shrink. Okay, let's make our duration 1 second and edit the effects, smooth start, and let's create maybe around 115% of the zoom. Oops, didn't count. So like 115% of the zoom, enter, let's click OK. Now let's change it with previews, and let's put this bring to front, and let's realign it to our original Netflix logo, and we will try to see if we did recreated another Netflix logo. Okay, so far it's pretty nice. Let's try to remove this one, smooth, and okay, we'll try to see. Okay, so it looks well. Okay, so that's it. That's how we created, that's how we recreated the Netflix logo with animation. Okay, so see you for the next tutorial. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for other related and pretty nice animation that we can do in PowerPoint presentation.